Kira, and I'm back with another story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Especially my viewers, the one that like to view my videos and not subscribe to my channel. I don't know what's up with that, but y'all need to like just click that button and yeah, subscribe to my channel and support. This story time is basically the time I was ignoring rape signs in a relationship. So we're gonna get straight to it. I don't want to hold it up too much. Okay, so you know I like to give you a little backstory or whatever. So this story time is pretty much about Rob. If I don't know about Rob, check out my last video about dating two guys at once, and also my homeless story. They'll pretty much sum up, how me and Rob met, how we started dating and stuff like that or whatever. You might want to check out them two videos before you watch this one because you're gonna be a little lost. Like I said, me and Rob was dating whatever. And like I said before, I didn't really fall in love with Rob looks or anything, his money or, anything of that. Like I fell in love with a few jokes, like his personality, the fact that he can make me laugh, somebody that can vibe with. So this one incident, we're at the laundromat. It was me, Trap, Linda, and Ross. Linda was in there, she was in there washing her clothes. There used to be some assholes back in the day, so sometimes we'll probably playing like tag in the laundromat. We'll be probably like hot in the dryers or the washing machines, and people will spin us. Like we'll be doing dumb ass shit. So I think the guy from the laundromat, he kind of basically telling us we had to leave. And to be honest, I think he was telling us to leave, but she can stay because she was the only one washing her clothes. I forgot how the conversation was like transpired. And also Linda brother was there too. So it was me, Rob, Linda, Trey, and then her brother. So the guy, he's kind of getting agitated with us or whatever. So, he's kind of getting in Linda's face because Linda is the one that's washing clothes. And, she kind of probably slid like a slick remark to him.
Like, I'll wash it when I'm ready to,
something along those lines with her. So, he kind of got offended and, he started getting in Linda's face or whatever. So, I don't know if he was in the hood too long, but this guy was Chinese. But the way that he was talking, he was like,
I do this for real. I do this for real.
Like, all face, like, talking to her like she was, like, nobody. Like, and, like, sir, you, like, respect her because she was in there to wash her clothes. We wasn't. So, for anything, that your anger was supposed to be out on us. We was the extra ones that was, like, doing too much or whatever. So, he all face, not even saying nothing. He just letting this Chinese man all.
I do this for real. I do this.
I can't remember what the Chinese guy was saying, but all I remember he was keep saying,
I do this for real. I do this. Like, I do this.
And so like Rob kind of got into it. Rob is like, getting into the Chinese guy face, and they arguing now, whatever. So while they arguing back and forth, we trying to calm down the situation. Rob just still off on the Chinese guy. Now they're fighting the best of the Chinese guy. Like the Chinese guy's on the floor. Rob is just beating him or whatever. They fight in order to make, and his wife had come from behind the cash register, like the register, like it's all glass back there. So like she kind of came out from the joint, but she has a cane in her hand, and she got the cane, and she's trying to hit Rob with it. So I guess to help her husband that was on the floor, bleeding. Right when she's about to hit Rob with the cane, I grabbed the cane from her and I just start whacking her with it like. So now we behind the cash register, behind the stuff like that. So I'm whacking her both into a fight. Like I'm fighting with the wife, he's fighting with the husband, and we all in their establishment, all in their store. I'm behind the cash register, hitting her with the cane, and Rob is basically beating the Chinese boy up for blood. Like he got blood dripping from his mouth. Like after they broke everybody up from fighting and whatever, like the Chinese man nose and mouth was just bloody, like leaking, like. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get out of here. They had called the cops. Basically, like the guy nose was broken, whatever, and they was basically like looking for it. So we had to get the fuck out of here. Mind you, I don't live there anymore, so like it was like a better understanding for me because like I don't have to see this guy no more. Y'all mom still live down here. Y'all folks still live down here. So it was like y'all better like stay from around this laundromat or whatever the case ain't be. So that was like. I'm gonna say that was my first red flag only because it escalated so far. It went to an argument It went to an argument straight to a whole fight. It was like a lot at that time. So, like I said, that was my first red flag or whatever. I guess Rob not being able to control his anger and don't know how to talk to people, because all he had to do was like, yo, sir, try to de-escalate the situation. It just went left. Like, it just went left real quick. And I think Rob just kind of made it work. Even though me hitting that lady with the cane, like, I didn't really cause no damage to her.
Boy, if you don't get
Or whatever the case may be, you know, I hit her with the cane because she was coming at my boyfriend with the cane. So, you know, I trying to stop her and I was whacking her with it. You know, Rob, I feel like kind of took it a little overboard. But like I said, that was like the first red flags. You know, I thought we was just like ride or die. You know, I thought we was doing some Bonnie Clyde shit. I thought it was cute back then. But, you know, like, stuff always have a turn. And listen to when I'm saying this. They're still dating around. And like I said, like, sometimes me, like, Rob would either like spend the night over my house or like I would spend the night over our house or whatever. Well, this light is kind of, I'm sorry, y'all, expect or whatever, because I just bought this ring light, and to be honest, I don't really like it. So this particular time that I was spending over his house, I think it was about Christmas Eve, and his mom, and to be honest, his mom really didn't like me spending over her house. And then Rob had asked her, and she's like, yeah, you can stay with my house or whatever. I just gotta leave by tomorrow morning or whatever. So, you know, me and Rob is hype, you know, like, this is our first time like spending the night over his mom's house. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think she only let us spend over there one time. And I was saying back and forth, but to be honest, I think it was that one time, and then this incident happened and it was never again. But like I said, back to the story. So, you know, like we already had things prepared. I'm bringing my like spend the night bag, and to be honest, like, I was so happy to like spend like significant other's house because they was always coming to my house. So like I wasn't able to bring that spend night bag, you know, like just have a vibe in their environment for once, you know. So, you know, I was happy. Like I packed my bag, whatever. I probably got in the shower, brought my little rag, toothbrushes, you know, was like, it was a vibe. Like, I think that next morning or whatever, his mom was like running in and out or whatever, and then she did tell us that we had to leave in the morning. So like we kind of stayed like in the room until like, you know, we was ready to eat and stuff like that. So we eventually went downstairs to make something to eat. He made sure he cleaned up his little area because she was really big on that. We went back in the room. She's basically saying that like we had to go now. Like, basically she said in the morning, and right now it's about like 2 or 3 o'clock. So like we've been supposed to leave or whatever. So Rob is like getting a little attitude because, like, you know, we is enjoying our time. You know, I already know what this lady said, so I'm not really mad about what she's saying. Like, it's her house. I was already grateful for the day that she told us that we could stay there. So like, I wasn't about to fight this lady about us staying another night or us staying a couple hours for us enjoying our time. Like, we can, for all day, we can just pick up and go to my house there or whatever. So, but Rob was so mad, like, so like while we were packing up our stuff ready to go, like, they're arguing. Like, they arguing. Him and his mom is arguing, and I think his sister in the middle of the argument, whatever, was like basically 2 of them against him, and they're arguing. And like when things kind of got like a little hectic, like he's kind of like pushed me outside, like
Wait out here. I'm like, wait out here.
and I just hear all this, like someone like fighting, like all this hustling. I don't know what they was doing there, but it was like a fucking tag team match. But yeah, they were fighting in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know what's going there and stop him, or whether they're going there and fucking help him the fuck out. Like, I don't know which one to do. So I just stayed on the porch. And like 5 minutes after that, like he kind of come outside, and like he
Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta get out of here.
like his sister come out to the door, and she like, yeah,
Tell your bitch to fight me. Tell your bitch to fight me. And like,
I'm looking like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, brother, to help you jump in, is like jump. I don't know, like. So, you know, I kind of just stayed out there and we just left. While we was leaving, Rob throws a fucking brick in his mom's window, and it breaks and it shattered. So we leaves out. Never red flag. Like, he don't even have a relationship with his mom or his sisters. Like, what makes you think he gonna have a perfect relationship with you? Thinking that shit is like cute, like, you know, like, oh yeah, we Bonnie and Clyde, this and that and third. This guy is going against the people that like that he's supposed to value him. Like, So after that incident with Rob, his mom and sister, we was not allowed over Rob's house again. Like, we was never allowed over there again. So Rob will always have to come over my house, which like kind of led into like, you know, other problems, because like I kept seeing this guy, even when I was wanting to be done with him, you know, like it was always someone to let him inside the house. It was always, and then like I feel like he kind of had like a hold over my mom. Like I think he lied to my mom and said that, you know, his dad died, so you know, like they kind of like stuck with her, and you know, she didn't really want to kick him out. That's all I'm saying. And so let's fast forward to like when he was staying in my house or whatever, and you know, like he didn't really have other family members because like he kind of burned his bridges with everybody. So like his last option was really just my house or whatever. So you know, like we staying there, like I kind of got acquainted with his brother or whatever. His brother wasn't too far from my house. Sometimes they would just go over there to smoke, you know, play board games, play cards, drink, you know, just have a good time. Like the only family that Rob kind of had left at that time. So, you know, we would just go over there and chill, whatever. So, you know, I kind of got acquainted with the brother's girlfriend or whatever. And, you know, we used to have like chill times. Like we would always like, you know, we used to always just chill at her house or whatever. It was one incident, like if Rob came up with some money, like Rob wasn't working at the time. He wasn't working at the time. He wasn't doing anything to like, you know, get money at the time. So it was always a bad thing, because it's like where did you get that from? Like how, like where did it come from? What did you have to do to get it? Like it was a lot of questions that you had to ask with that when it was a money come up or like a week come up, whatever. So it was one time, Rob had came in with some money or whatever, and at that time, you know, I was asking questions about it, but this is like my first experience when Rob had came up with some money, and I'm starting to realize that every time he come up with some money, it's always an issue or it's always a problem, like of how you got it or like where do you get it from. So like I said, he had probably like $250 or whatever. Not too much money. I'm not even thinking of it like this might be somebody's money. So I got a phone call from his brother like later on at night, and he had told me like
did you see Rob?
He stepped out for a little bit or whatever, in case ain't big, but he was like, well, yeah,
He stole my girl food stamps card.
and at first I'm like, well, he ain't bring no groceries in here, so like I'm confused on like why would he take a food stamps card, and like there's no food in the house. He ain't put no food in the house, so it's like he couldn't have stolen no card, because it's like, so I'm kind of in denial, like he was spending money, so like he didn't had a food stamps card. So I'm just like kind of confused, like I'm kind of blown away by this whole situation. Like how the hell, like why? Later on I found out basically like a store you can go to, and like I guess you can like sell your stamps and for money or whatever. So Rob kind of stole this lady's car and cashed in her food stamps for money. Mind you, this lady got kids. She got about 3 kids. She got to take care of kids. She got to feed her kids. And you taking from her and her kids' mouth just to like, and I kind of felt so bad.